So here we go. I'm going to do the distant hill first. So for that distant hill, I need a nice dark green. So I'm going to use exactly the same colors. So I'd rather keep using the same colors than changing colors on us, because you never know if the harmony is going to work if you change colors. So I'm just going to use these two colors here. This is a green, oxide of chromium, and indigo blue is what I'm using. And I'm just going to do the distant hills here. But I really want you to notice what I'm about to do here. So I'm going to actually paint the distant hills with this color first. And while it's still wet, I'm going to charge, this is a new word that we're going to use, I'm going to charge some color into them so that I get that nice feel of yellow and oranges. Okay, so here's the hills, okay? And then quickly, I'm going to go in, pick up some yellow, pure yellow, and just drop it in here like this. And then I'm going to pick up some oranges and drop them in also like that. Okay? We've done this before, right? When we were mixing. Okay, so just gonna straighten these lines a bit more. Like that. And I'm gonna leave these, let them mix on their own. Like, I'm not going to interrupt what is happening. I'm not going to interrupt what's happening. I might be tempted even to remove some of the excess water down there. I don't want to even do that. I want that water to, if it dries, to bleed back in and create some, some texture in that hill. So I'm just going to leave it alone. Do not attempt to play around with it. Let these colors mix on their own. This is one of those big lessons in watercolor. Watercolor is, you work with watercolor, you collaborate with it, you do not force it. It's not like oil and acrylic. You don't force it to do something. You've got to let it do its own thing. Okay, so now it's going to do its own thing. I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm not going to interrupt it. And when it starts drying, it's going to bleed back up and give me some veins and things like that into the painting. If I'm lucky, it'll do that. If I'm not lucky, it won't. And again, it's like, that's what it wants to do. So you got to give it its due.